Hi, I'm Bry Cox with BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com. For this week's question is from Jody, and she says, how do you keep yourself motivated, especially when you draw blanks? And that's an interesting question. Being a photographer is unlike being like any other job. If you show up to a job, you start working at this time. When you're done, you just stop working and you go home. And you're not constantly in this work mode. When you're in a creative job, when you're trying to create something, it's not a tap. You just go, now I'm creative, now I'm not creative. Now I'm creative, now I'm not creative. You have to kind of build yourself into it. And it is true. Some days you're just super creative and the ideas and the thoughts are just flowing, and other days it's tough. So one trick to keep myself creative and motivated is, especially when I'm drawing blanks, is to just not force it. Unlike, say, working out, if I want to make certain muscles stronger, I work them more. The brain's a little different. The way the brain works is the more you don't work it, the better it thinks. I mean, I'm not saying don't work your brain, but the more you push it, the more you try to, like, if you forget someone's name, you go, oh, that guy, so-and-so, what's his name? The more you think about it harder and harder and harder and harder, the more elusive that name becomes. And the more you just kind of relax, don't think about it, it'll pop into your head. And it's the same thing with ideas, creativity. If I'm designing a wedding album, it's a good example. It takes a lot of creativity to make this album look good. I can do a non-creative job and just kind of throw a bunch of images in and make it look crappy. But if I want it to really stand out and look beautiful, it takes some creativity. And if I'm on a page and it's not working, I'm just going to close that page and go to another page. And I'm not even going to think about it. And I'm going to come back a day or two later and look at it. And then that day, it'll click. I'll go, oh, here's my solution. So I don't try to force the solution. I just let it happen. But I also give myself a time frame. I say, I am going to work from these hours, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to work. And if I'm not feeling super creative, I'm going to just keep turning directions. Right? If I hit a stoplight, I'm not going to just kind of bust through that light and try to just force it. I'm just going to turn right and weave my way around. Just keep weaving your way around, and pretty soon you'll be amazed at what you find. So that's the big trick is, one, don't force it, but two, make yourself work for a certain amount of hours and at a certain time. Also, don't force yourself to work 15, 16, 17 hours a day, which can happen a lot if you're creative. Do something completely different and just let that be in the back of your mind, just kind of work subconsciously, and when you come back to it, the answer will usually come. That's kind of an obscure answer possibly, but I hope that helps. All right, if you have a question, write it below, ask me, and let me know your answer to this. If you're a photographer, what do you do to kind of get the creativity going if you feel like you're drawing a blank? All right, again, my website, BryCoxWORKSHOPS, BryCox, Workshops.com. Until next time, America.